they're already playing psychological games with you to make it taste right. I bit into it and it was absolutely disgusting. It was like I'm eating chalk. There's no flavor to it, absolutely flavorless. Why was this even made? Welcome back to the Anabolic Hub, where we make anabolic deliciousness. We're back inside my kitchen today, but we're not cooking anything. We're gonna be doing a review on the new Anabar Milk Chocolate Campfire S'mores flavor. This just came out last week. It's finally made its way to my doorstep. Looking forward to trying it. I have tried all of the other Anabar flavors. I've ranked them. We've gone through an in-depth taste test. We're gonna do the same thing with this one today and see how it measures up to the other flavors. So with no further ado, let's make our way over to the taste test table right now and get right to it. Here we go. And we're back at the taste test table yet again to do another Anabar flavor review. Today we're taking a look at the milk chocolate Campfire S'mores flavor. Just came out last week. A few YouTubers received some care packages from Rem with the bars already. They've done those reviews. I haven't watched them. I want an unbiased first taste test, heard nothing about it type of review for you here, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know Rem. He doesn't know me. Doesn't probably care to know me either. I bought these Anabars with my own money. I am a consumer just like you would be. This is as authentic a review as you are going to find anywhere else. I do regularly buy Anabars. That's why you see two other flavors under this box of s'mores flavored Anabars. I have them probably almost every day. I have one Anabar as a snack. I like the way they taste. I definitely think the ones that have already been released are the best tasting bars out there. I know a lot of people don't like the way the ingredients and the macros work out. Too much fat, too much sugar, calorie count too high. I believe for what a protein bar is supposed to be, which is essentially a quick fix for protein, it's fine. You shouldn't expect to eat any kind of protein bar and be full. That's not its purpose. Its purpose is to get a quick hit of protein into your diet, nice and easy, perhaps even on the go. That's what I believe a protein bar is for. If you don't like the sugar, if you don't like the fat, if it's not gonna fit into your macros because the calories are too high, this isn't gonna be the bar for you anyway, no matter which flavor you choose. But if you're looking for a bar that tastes good, I have found that the Anabar suits my needs just great. 21 grams of protein, easy to get down, works into my meal plan, no problem. But I digress a little bit there. Let's get back on point with our flavor review here. We're gonna be doing our Anabar Milk Chocolate S'mores Campfire. You can take a look at the packaging there. You can see we have the Milk Chocolate Campfire S'mores label. Again, the label makes it look delicious. You can see the s'mores right off to the side there. Looks like, of course, a campfire s'more, so they're already playing psychological games with you to make it taste right, or are they? I don't know, let's find out. But before we crack this open and give it the old taste test, why don't we run through the macros, because I know you're probably curious as to what those might be. Even though you could go on the website and look, we're talking about it here, so I might as well just tell you. This one here is a 65 gram bar, coming in at 290 calories, so we're approaching meal replacement 300 plus calorie status, almost, not quite there yet. We have 11 grams of fat, which is pretty standard across the other Anabar flavors. 28 grams of carbs, so that's a little bit higher. I think the other bars are in the low 20s for carbs, so that's ticking up a little bit. And our sugar is up slightly at 22 grams. I think the highest it's been on any of the other bars has been 19 grams. And we, of course, have our standard 21 grams of protein. So that's the real winner, what makes this a protein slash, I guess, performance bar at all. So that's where the nutrition facts lie, but let's see how it tastes. So with no further ado, let's open this up, give it the first bite, give it a little exam first, looking like, you know, a milk chocolate bar. It's a little bit not as tall as the other bars that we have, so I don't know if they were trying to save on quantity to keep the calorie count down, but it looks like a regular chocolate bar that's maybe been smushed down and flattened. So you can see there we have a nice milk chocolate coating, of course. It's not quite as tall as other Anabars. Like I said, the height isn't quite there. I'll actually grab another Anabar so we can compare. This is how it compares to the cookie and cream bar. You can see it's a little bit, like I said, not as tall. This one's a little bit more brick-like This one's more typical candy bar type height, just like it's been smushed down and flattened out a little bit. But according to the label, they are both 65 grams, so the quantity should be about the same. But that's how they kind of measure up with each other there. You can see the comparison. The fruity cereal version is basically the same as the cookies and cream, so not really much to delve into there. In terms of how it feels, it's a little sticky. It seems like it's kind of like gonna slide like the other Anabars do. And you'll notice when these are being handed out on any Rems videos, you'll see they always eat it in the package because it does have kind of that feel. I don't know if that's like a heads up, like don't take it out of the package, or if that's just how people mostly eat their protein bars. I don't know, I take mine completely out all the time. Maybe I'm just different than everyone else. Anyway, I digress. So this would be another one of those bars where if you live in a warm climate, you're gonna wanna grab them right away and get them into a cool spot, whether that's a refrigerator, wherever it might be, indoors, out of the humidity, because these are definitely gonna melt just like the other ones. With no further ado, let's finally taste it. Is the first bite the best bite? Do we have a new best flavor of Anabar? Let's find out. It's a little hint of marshmallow, graham cracker texture for sure, crispiness, graham crackeriness, tiny hint of peanut butter, but it's not overwhelming by any means. Not a whole bunch of chocolate flavor. It's just kind of like your typical protein bar chocolate flavoring. It's not going to be like biting into a Snickers or a Hershey's chocolate bar. You're not going to get that blast of chocolate. There's kind of a faint chocolate flavoring, which is pretty typical. Usually anything chocolate flavored in a protein bar is rather underwhelming, if you will. Yeah, so you can see little bits of marshmallow in there, and there's some crispiness that's probably some kind of graham cracker substance. Whether it's real graham cracker or not, who knows. At 290 calories, it's probably real. That's what the inside looks like there. You can see the crisps, you can see the marshmallow. My initial first impressions is that the flavor isn't all that overwhelming. I'm not really getting like I'm having a s'more by the campfire kind of feel initially. It's not a bad tasting bar. It still tastes good. Obviously it's quite sweet with 22 grams of sugar in it. The sweetness level is gonna be there. I'm just not getting s'more out of it. I mean, if you really let the piece linger in your mouth, you are gonna get that marshmallowiness, and then the crisp gives that impression of the graham cracker, which there's probably some of that in this. I didn't look at the ingredient labels, I never do. I wanna see how it tastes out of the box, just like I don't watch the reviews before I do mine. I don't look at the ingredients, wanna see what it tastes like, because that's all that really matters. I'll take a look at them now to see if there's any actual graham cracker in it. I quickly skimmed through it. The two things that stood out to me were peanut butter being the first ingredient, and then you did see mini marshmallows. So the mini marshmallows are obviously there. You saw those when I held it up close to the camera. The s'mores flavoring, it's there if you chew a lot. When you take the first bite, you're not gonna get a true s'mores flavoring. At least I didn't in my initial bite. This far through the bar, I should definitely be tasting some kind of s'mores. And I'm not really. You really gotta work to taste that chocolate flavoring. It could be a bar that grows on you eventually, I suppose. Maybe I'm just used to the other flavors of the Anabars. I am a big fan of the fruity cereal crunch and of course the cookies and cream. Those two, I rank them a little bit differently. The cookies and cream I found to be a little bit better, but they're really 1A and 1B. The other flavors that they're not doing anymore, the peanut butter and jelly and the cinnamon swirl crunch, whatever flavor, that they've discontinued, those were alright too. I actually like the peanut butter and jelly one. I'm kind of sad they got rid of that one. But maybe I just prefer the white chocolate compared to the milk chocolate. Could just be personal preference. Maybe somebody who's looking more for a chocolate type bar, this would suit their needs. If you're fortunate enough to get a bite with one of those mini marshmallows, you will taste some of that in there as well. With the crisps, those whey protein crisps that are in there, gives the impression of a graham cracker. I didn't see any graham cracker actually listed in the ingredients, but maybe they have the ingredients of a graham cracker all broken out. I don't know. Not gonna get that scientific on it, but the point is that there's some marshmallow flavor to it, there's some faint chocolate flavor to it, but it's nothing that's gonna be overwhelming like, wow, I'm eating a s'more by the campfire. You'd really have to stare at that picture really long to convince yourself that you're eating something that tastes like a s'more. This is definitely still a very good tasting protein bar. I've been actually ordering Anabars fairly regularly over the last couple months, and there's been a gap in between orders where they've been being shipped to me and I don't have any left, and I'm forced to eat another type of protein bar. I think it was a grenade protein bar. I bit into it and it was absolutely disgusting. It was like I'm eating chalk, there's no flavor to it, absolutely flavorless. Why was this even made? But then I remember, it's because that's how protein bars use the taste. So if you're looking for something that tastes good, this is still going to get that done. You're just not going to get an overwhelming s'mores flavor. And I've been trying to ignore it during the taste test, but I can't help but get some kind of caramel flavoring every time I bite into the bar. I don't know what that is. I don't know, my s'mores don't have caramel. Are there caramel in your s'mores? And I'm just not used to that, but there's definitely a kind of a caramel flavoring to it. I don't know. It's different. I do like this bar in terms of variety. There was definitely a milk chocolate bar that was needed to add some more flavor distinction between the two that are currently left with the white chocolate covering. But if you're getting flavor fatigue from having the white chocolate versions of the Anabars, this would be an excellent choice for you to have to mix it up a little bit. Doesn't happen to me, but if it's something that is happening to you, or maybe you really like milk chocolate and you wanted a milk chocolate protein bar, this would be something worth having, probably in addition to the other flavors. Personally, if it were up to me, I would still be sticking with the cookies and cream and the fruity cereal crunch bars. Those are still my two favorite. At the end of the day, if you're asking yourself, are these bars worth buying? My answer would be yes. You should definitely give them a try. Mix it up a little bit. Try something other than the white chocolate flavors, especially if you're more of a chocolate person. This could be something that could work very well for you. In terms of my overall ranking, I know I've ranked the other bars fairly high. I have reviews on all of the flavors, so if you haven't seen those, I'll link to them in the description box down below. You should definitely go check them out. In terms of this one, I would give it an 8.7 as a final ranking. 8.7. So we're below a 9 for the first time in the Anabar review world, but this is still a good tasting bar. You should try it. If you like chocolate, if you like s'mores, this could be something that could work well for you. Me, I'm sticking with the cookies and cream. I'm sticking with the fruity cereal crunch bars. Those are still my favorites. Gonna keep ordering those. Even though this isn't the best tasting Anabar, it's still the last bite, which is always the worst bite, especially with something that is this good. So unfortunately, here we go. I do think to get more of an authentic s'mores flavor, they needed to add in more marshmallow flavoring. If it's not those mini marshmallows, then some other way to get more of a marshmallow taste to it. I got mostly crunch, I got a faint flavoring of chocolate, and a lot of crisp. But I think with more marshmallow flavoring, that bar would have been more s'mores-like. Why don't you let me know in the comment section if you like Anabars. Do you have a favorite flavor? Have you tried the s'mores flavor? What do you think about that one? Let's have a nice little boisterous discussion about Anabars in the comment section down below. Whew. But my Anabar is gone, and it's getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here, so I'll see you in the next one.